I would like to share a story to you. I read it first time on this Shabbat, past Shabbat, and I believe the foundation of Purim has to do with this story. You want to understand what Purim is? You have to take this story, digest it, work with it, apply it to your children, and one day you will tell me thank you. Mm-hmm. There was a rabbi by the name Yakov Yosef Twerski. His father was a big rabbi in Russia. Then they came to America in 1948, and he was the first rabbi who opened New Square, Hasidische New Square, behind Monsey. Today you have New Square, upstate area of Hasidim. The whole, today you have hundreds of thousands of them, but it began with him. 1948, he moved to Brooklyn. I believe it was Williamsburg, then Borough Park. And 1960s, he was the first rabbi who opened community from fresh. New Square of Hasidic organization behind Monsey. In the beginning, they made small shul. Then they opened their own mikveh. Then they bought houses. Then they built their own hospital. And then they made their own Beit Midrash. When the first inauguration of Beit Midrash was, there were a few thousand people there. Men, women, children. New community. He made a speech. And he said to them like this. My father was a rabbi in the area where they lived. I would go to my father's office. I would see my father would have the feather, you know those quill and the ink jet, ink jar. So my father would write beautifully all the time for people's questions, answers. Then he would think of Torah. He would write down the Chidushim. So I said to my father, I was 4 years old. He said he was 4 years old, 4. And he said to his father, Abba, can I write also on the paper? He said, no, you're not allowed. Oh. But this kid, when you tell him no, he doesn't understand. He has to have it, okay? When you have that kid in your house, you get worried. What should I do? My child is wild, ADHD, maybe I should give him pills to calm him down. But you don't understand. After the story, you will understand what you are stealing from him, from his life. So what happened now? He waited. Every day he would try to go on the shelf to take the quill, papers, ink jar, and he couldn't take it because it was hiding behind the bookshelf. But one time, his father was writing something, and certain men came and said, Rabbi, we have a problem in the family, we need you now. So he was rushing, he just took it, put it on top of the shelf, and he left. A kid had opportunities. He goes to his father's office, he sees jet is all the way up, he's 4 years old, 4 years old, and this is on top of the shelf. So what he did, he takes his father's table to the shelf, took his father's chair, went on the chair on the table, holding himself on the handle of the shelf. You know handles? Yeah. As he was holding, takes time, like 45 minutes took him. As he was holding just to take the ink jet, he's already grabbing it. Oh! He took it, and look, his father opens the office door. Ding, ding. He gets shaking, and that ink jet falls on the table. Oh, wow. Glass, ink jar breaks, goes all over his papers, all over his holy books, all over his chidushim, everywhere, dirty. He's so scared to go down because he made his father really, really, really upset. Now he knows what's coming on his way. He's shaking now. He's scared to go down. He goes down. He's shaking. His father came to him, turned him around, gave him over here on the forehead, kiss, and said, if you can do this when you're 4 years old, I can't imagine how high you're going to be reaching when you will grow up. This kid opened new square. He became Rabbi Yosef, Yakov, Yosef Twerski. Chassid. He's a big Rosh Yeshiva. He said, today I have guts to stand in front of you because I still feel that father's kiss. What would be if father would give him here once, say you're nobody, you crazy, you're not smart. He would break him for life. Our job to know our children that we grew up in our houses, they're not our children, they're Hashem's children. Hashem gave you, and Hashem gave you permission to raise them, to educate them, but never to break them. If you educate him right, he will become somebody big. Never take that away from your child. Your child goes somewhere, you see his potential, give him the boost. Who doesn't mess up in his life? Tell me. You never messed up in your life? I never messed up in my life. We all do. But if we don't get that slap and we get the encouragement, don't worry. If you can do this, I'm proud of you. Continue, you will become somebody big. Look at this point now, connection to the Purim. On Shavuot we got the Torah. We got 630 mitzvot. 10 commandments, written and oral Torah. We got everything in the Shavuot, on Shavuot. What happened then? Hashem picked up the mountain on our heads. Said, if you keep it, good. If not, boom. Sham te'eh kivuratchem chas v'shalom. There is going to be the burial spot. Why? Because I will smash you, Hashem said. Hashem said. What happened on Purim? Kimu v'kiblu hayudim, and the Jewish nation accepting themselves with happiness all the mitzvot. Hashem says, Yom Purim, Kippurim. Yom Kippur is Kippurim. What does that mean? 40 days you do teshuvah, you cry, Hashem, I don't know, you're going to put me in life. Oh, chas v'shalom, no. Between 10 days of Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Aseret Yimei teshuvah, you do. And then what? You come, you still have fear what's going to happen with my ear. Purim, you come with happiness. The whole thing of Yom Kippur is like Purim. Purim is stronger to teach you when you educate your child with fear and stress. He's going to be a good kid, but he's not going to be a healthy kid. You want to do healthy kid? Learn from Purim with happiness. Your child should want to be near his father all the time. Your child needs to want to be near his mother all the time. Your child want to be around his family all the time. That is the Purim vibe. That is what we learn from Purim. The child has to do with love. I did not call to any of these kids today to come to the shiur. They came with their free will. That's the love of Torah. Be happy that you love Torah. Be happy that you love Hashem. It's a privilege to love Hashem. It's a zechut to love Hashem. I want to continue with this one more point, and we'll finish with this. Why do I need to know a story about Yaakov Avinu? Yaakov Avinu was married first time with Leah by force. Second time with Rachel, with love. The whole life of Yaakov Avinu is us. Yaakov is getting married and we going to get the Torah. The first wife of Yaakov Avinu is like holiday of Shavuot. Hashem forcing us to give us the Torah. Who is that? Leah. By force. Second time, Yaakov Avinu is getting married to Rachel with love. He's waiting for it, cannot wait, but he's so happy. That is the holiday of Purim. So anything we do is connected with Yaakov. This is why we call Israel, Shema Israel. Listen Yaakov, listen Jew. Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen, amen. Now we can go to Zera Shimshon.